What's up, everybody? It's Greg Santos, and welcome to the Outlier Circle. If this is your first time joining me here today, I help isolated outliers who lack a powerful network of mentors and peers and help you build a world-class network filled with mentors who have 7, 8, 9-figure businesses, peers who are also on their mission to live the best possible life they possibly can, and being friends with those people, having those people invested in your journey, you be invested in their journey. And if I know there's one thing to be true, is that the rich are rich because of the people that they know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And if you can form relationships with the right people, man, will that take your life to the next level. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like something you want, hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you also hit that notification bell. I'm dropping more super hot fire videos. I mean, these videos are like, boom, coming out like hotcakes, baby. And I'm teaching you exactly how to form those connections so you can take your life to the next level and you can live a life with no limits. Now, in order to form these powerful connections, you gotta understand what makes somebody compelling. What makes a compelling person? You see, the reality is there's a sea of average people, and actually, you know what's crazy? There's this effect, it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And I got this from my boy Derek Moneyberg. He's the first person to bring it to my mind. And it's basically that some people are so dumb that they don't even know that they're dumb. And have you ever been maybe at a nightclub, or maybe you've even in high school or college or whatever, you meet somebody who is not the smartest person, but man, like this person like is so compelling, they're so fun to be around, and you're like, man, like why are you getting all these girls? Why are you the person that everybody listens to? Like you're nothing special. And the crazy thing is like they don't even know that, right? It's pretty crazy how achievers, the people who are really giving maximum amount of values to society and really producing stuff to help alleviate suffering for other people and giving value, it's actually really crazy how it's these people who are actually the most uncertain in themselves and, just like discount their achievements because this is my theory behind it, is that we are where we're at and we're constantly looking at our ideal future, right? Like, I want this. I want to be able to have a business that allows me to travel around the world as I please. I have an amazing network, and we're not there. We don't have that. And we see people who have that and we feel like crap because we're comparing ourselves to someone who might be 5, 10, 15 levels ahead of us and put in more time, effort, and energy into that specific thing to make that happen for them. And it can just get so easy in getting caught up in this feeling down like we're losers, when that's the furthest from the truth, when we have way more value than we believe that we have. And the thing is because we don't see the value that we have and the value that we produce, we tend to discount ourselves, and it's tough to convey this certainty. It's tough to convey this confidence in interactions when there's like you feel like you need to be on this level to finally get this confidence. And we believe that once we get there, having these things is going to change us how we feel on the inside, when it's on the inside is what makes life fulfilling. And this is everything on the external is a bonus. It's a little rant there. But here is how you can convey your personality really well. This is how you can become a more compelling person. This is how you can attract more people around you. And it's a very simple thing. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I was very well known, and the reason why I was very well known is because I was one of 3 or 4 black kids in my high school. But not only that, but I was a class clown. I constantly made the class laugh, and I always had eyes on me, and that's what I wanted, right? I always wanted to have all the attention, and there were certain things that I was doing at the time that I wasn't even aware that I was doing. But as I get older and I see and I'm able to have more awareness of these concepts, I can see how this all comes together and makes sense. I know you're probably thinking, how do we become a compelling person? All right, very simple, okay? I guarantee if you apply this one specific thing to your life, you will be a more compelling person. You will attract the right people to you, and you'll take your life to the next level. It's very simple. You're probably gonna turn off the video after I say it because you're like, dude, that is so simple, that's ridiculous. But it makes all of the difference. All the difference. You ready? Okay. Speak loud and clear. That's it. Speak loud and clear. When people have to exert energy, isn't it frustrating when you're having a conversation with somebody and they're talking really low and there's like uncertainty and you have to lean in to hear what they're saying and you're like, what are you saying? Huh? Like, is that someone that you want to keep having a conversation with? Is that someone that, like, there's a good exchange of energy there? Not really, right? Because what happens is that person, when they're speaking from this place of like this low voice and they're uncertain, it gives you more uncertainty. And here's the thing, right? When we were babies, when we were born into a world with massive amounts of uncertainty. We have to learn so many different things. And who do we look for? Do you think we just learn how to eat? You think we just learn how to do everything like that we're capable of doing today just on our own? Of course not. What do we have to do? We had to learn from our parents. Our parents had to teach us a lot of different things. We had to look to them for certainty. We had to look to our teachers for certainty. Our friends, our peers, our social circle. We had to look for certainty on how to behave, what's right, what's wrong. And we learned that through looking outside, right? So when we come across someone that has more certainty, we tend to listen a lot more. I remember I heard this saying, and it just came to my mind right now, is that whenever two people come together and whoever speaks with more certainty will typically influence the other person who's not speaking with as much certainty. That makes sense, right? Now, here's the thing. Most people never develop an internal compass for what they want and where they're going in their life. And when you can be a person through just your voice and how you speak, when you slow down and you enunciate and people can understand you firmly, that sub-communicates that you are certain with the world. And people are drawn to that because people are looking to alleviate this feeling of uncertainty. They're looking for models, looking for a way to help them reduce as much uncertainty in their life as possible. Not to mention that of course we want uncertainty, right? It's one of the 6 human needs. If you follow Tony Robbins at all, he talks about the 6 human needs, which is certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution, right? But the first 2 are certainty and uncertainty. We have a need to feel certain. We also have a really deep need to feel uncertain. That's why, people like to go on adventures. Adventures are awesome because it adds variety to our life. It provides some uncertainty. However, to live life uncertain all the time, people don't like that. People would want more and more certainty. So when you can be a person who communicates that on an unconscious level, people are going to be drawn to you. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be liked by everybody, nor should it be your goal to be liked by everybody. Fuck that. Mike Tyson said, the person who is a friend to everybody is an enemy to himself. I remember Grant Cardone once said, if I can get half of the people in America to hate me, I have a chance to become president. I love that. Think about whether you like him or not. I don't give a shit about politics, so don't flood the comments with any kind of, oh, he's an idiot, but let's look at Donald Trump as just a person, right? To some people, some people hate his guts, think he's a moron, think he's like really unqualified to be a president, just are like disgusted by this human being, want him dead, want him assassinated, are just completely put off by Donald Trump. On the other side, people who love Donald Trump, are raving fans of Donald Trump, really are all about what he's about and support him 100%. And look at, he's the president of the United States for a reason, right? It's because he's willing to communicate himself in a firm and certain manner, loud and clear, and he doesn't shy away. There's no uncertainty in Donald Trump's voice at all when he speaks, right? When he says something, he says it and he means it. And that is what draws people to him, and it should also push people away from you, okay? So maybe you're like, but it's hard for me to speak with certain, like this, it's kind of vague, right? Like, okay, like speak with certainty, but what if I don't have certainty? What if it's hard? Because I remember when I used to work in sales, when I first started in sales, my first mentor, Greg, would say, the best salespeople are relaxed and confident. And I'm like, but It's hard for me to be relaxed. It's hard for me to be confident. I don't know. It's like, it's easier said than done, right? Like, how do I convey certainty when I don't have certainty, when I lack certainty? Well, there's a deeper level to this, right? So the most compelling people, the most charismatic people have three things in common, right? Or maybe they don't have everything in order or in what I'm about to explain, but they know who they are. They know this is who I am as a person. This is what I value. This is what I believe. This is my model of the world, and I accept that. And if you don't want to be part of that, it's not like they're looking at you like, oh, fuck you, it's me against you. It's, hey, I value what I value. You value what you value, and that's okay. That's cool. Go do that over there, away from me. No harm, no foul. Like, we just aren't compatible as people, and that's fine. Because I know that through having my own value system and my own beliefs, I'm going to draw the right people into my life who have similar goals, similar values, and we can grow together in our own way. And you can do the same thing for yourself. It's not this me versus you kind of mentality. Another thing is, very compelling people know exactly what they want. See, another thing is, a lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people know what they don't want, but ask the average person, well, what do you want to do with your life? I don't know. That's boring, right? But if you ask somebody, what do you want? Man, I want to have an online business that allows me to travel around the world as I please. I can have freedom of choice and I can do whatever I want. I can have amazing friends. I can have amazing mentors, and we're doing some really awesome stuff. We're able to eat wherever we want and have freedom of choice to do whatever we want, right? It's kind of a long-winded answer, but if someone comes to you and they're certain on exactly what they want, they're like, oh my God, like, you found your answer. Like, how do I find my answer? And they start looking to you for more certainty. And you can convey that crystal clear, and you can help them along their way. But you gotta take the time to define that. You gotta take the time to really get to know who you are. And you're not gonna just figure that out just randomly while you're driving in the car one day. You're not gonna find that out while you're eating food one day, or you're just like, oh, that's another thing about me. You gotta eliminate all those different distractions. And what I do is I like to go into a float tank, aka a sensory deprivation tank. I like to meditate. I wake up at 3:50 every single day, and I get time in the morning to just, think and ponder. But a big thing here is, several months ago, I locked myself in the bathroom for 2 days, and I answered the questions. Who am I? What kind of life do I want to live? Who are going to be the right people that I want in my life? What are the characteristics of those people? Like, what kind of business partner do I want to have? What's my relationship with my business partner? What's my relationship with my friends? What's my relationship with girls who I want to date short term? What's my relationship that I want with girls that I want to date long term? And like, what are their values? What are their characteristics? So when I meet somebody, and I can usually tell within a few minutes or maybe even a few seconds, all right, you are in this category. You are this kind of person. And also figuring out, what kind of people should I avoid entirely? Just because someone's a cool person, just because someone's fun to be around, doesn't necessarily mean that they have a place in my life. See, that's another thing. People are like, well, that's a cool person, they're fun to be around. Okay, well, are they helping you along with your mission? Are you helping them along with their mission? Or are they just providing positive emotions to you? Well, you gotta be stern with your values, and it's like, well, I defined what I want, and just because you're fun doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be a good idea for us to hang out in the long term, right? Another thing about a compelling person is they're very concerned about what's going to happen in the future, and they're constantly working towards it. They're focused, they're on a mission, they're obsessed. That is what makes a compelling person. And these are things that you can't fake. You can't fake that you're certain in your beliefs and where you're going with your life. You convey that through your voice, through your tone, through your body, through your language, and people pick up on that, and they aren't thinking about it consciously. It's just a subconscious thing. It's a reaction that they have no control over. Like, you don't have control over who you fall in love with, right? You can't just say, oh, that person, I want to fall in love with that person, or I don't want to hate this person. Like, you can't help but feel this way on a subconscious level. And there's ways to be able to tip that into your favor, and that's knowing who you are. Like, what do you value? What do you admire? What do you like? What do you dislike? Just exactly what you want out of life, and exactly the kind of people that you want to have in your life, and to be able to convey that in a certain matter-of-fact way will bring the right people to you, and it will actively repel the wrong people away from you. okay? If you got some dope ass value from this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, because I'm gonna be dropping some more super hot fire for you, baby. This ain't over. This ain't it. You think I'm just gonna drop a couple videos and that's it? No, baby, we're taking our lives to the next level. I'm helping you find those mentors. I'm helping you find those ambitious people, connect with them, take your life to the next level so you can live life on your own terms. So when you're 80, 90 years old, you can look back on your life and think, man, like I did everything that I wanted to do. I left it all out on the field, and I'm very, very proud of the life that I led. If that's what you want, let's continue to go on this journey together. Let's make it happen. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video, and let's make it a great day.